Hello, everyone. I'm Us Weekly's entertainment director, Travis Cronin, and you're listening to Us Weekly's Hot Hollywood podcast, the podcast where we bring you all the latest and greatest, the messes, the misses, and just the plain fun from Hollywood's hottest stars. You know, there's a lot of people in Hollywood, but I have a lot of people on my side, too. We have our two amazing co-hosts here, Gwen Flamberg. Hi.
Hello. It's so great to be with you.
So great to be with you in your Bridgerton aesthetic, which I'm very into.
It's a trend.
It's a trend. That and Barbie core. It's a really lovely time to be alive for fashion.
True.
Baby girl, now baby woman, Sarah Heron, coastal grandma aesthetic.
Thank you so much.
Also a trend.
Also a trend.
Trend.
You know, fashion's my passion.
You have a passion for fashion.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Tell our listeners about Baby Woman's promotion.
Oh, yeah. And so sorry, Baby Woman is no longer whatever her old title was, but now she is the deputy editor of usmagazine.com. So deserved. We are so proud. Everyone at home gives Sarah a round of applause.
Thank you.
She is good at her job. Would you like to say anything? That's too bad because we have to move on to our woes of the week. These are the stories that made my co-host and myself grab our clutch, our proverbial pearls, because the story was just so weird and stood out to us for all the right or all the wrong reasons. Shout out to Sarah's podcast. Flavor, what story made you go whoa this week?
Oh, guys, in a moment of reality, stars, they're just like us, like to the nth degree. Jennifer Lawrence was walking in New York City wearing a lovely sundress, and it just so happened that a woman walking on the same block was wearing the same dang sundress, and they acknowledged each other, and it was like really funny. Now, the dress in question was a little frock by a brand called 6937.
Sure was.
No, I think it's 6397.
6397.
6397. And of course,
that's probably how much it cost.
It was a just, light cotton $625 sundress. So shout out to Jennifer Lawrence, who, she's a new mom. She's looking awesome. She's just living her life in New York City with her wealthy husband, Cook Maroney. And, of course, she can afford those dresses. But wow, just
who's
a random New Yorker
who can afford this dress.
Very, very fabulous. A lovely khaki dress. I think that it would look fantastic on you, Sarah Heron.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll get right on that.
Yeah.
Start saving.
Yeah, seriously.
I like that Jennifer Lawrence ran up to the woman in the photos. Like the woman didn't run up to Jennifer. Jennifer sort of like hounded her down, which I thought was
was like a very cute,
that's a Spider-Man meme.
Stars, they're just like us. I love it when, imitation, the biggest form of flattery, and it's just, I love stores. They're just like us in real life.
We're just like us. Yes. They're wearing the same damn clothes.
Totally.
That's nice. Happy for the khaki dress that Sarah Heron will now be starting a 401k for. Baby Woman Deputy Editor Sarah Heron, what made you go whoa this week?
Okay, well, as always, I somehow find the time to listen to every podcast and read every celebrity memoir.
And thankfully for all of us.
I don't know how, in between, episodes of Love Island, I did catch Kristin Cavallari on Call Her Daddy. And Kristin Cavallari and Jay Cutler's split has always been kind of like, she plants seeds, right? Like she kind of says stuff. And she's giving us a little bit more, calling him toxic and saying that there was a lot of red flags. And she refused to get into too many details because the kids can Google it, she said. But she did admit that when they broke up before they got married in 2013, that was a sign of where the relationship would be. She said, I called off the engagement for the same reasons I got a divorce. I guess if there's any takeaway from that, it's you can't ignore red flags. People don't change. Trust your gut.
Ooh.
She also said it was toxic, period, end of story. That's all I need to say. But then goes, I hope he finds someone, though. I really do. I want him to be happy. My kids benefit from that, so I hope he gets remarried. Like, who's signing up to date Jay Cutler after those comments?
I mean, she's not holding back, guys.
This is the most she said. And she has sort of made little inklings that he wasn't the best husband.
Yeah.
There wasn't any cheating allegations or anything. Just sort of that he was sort of a dick to her. She's sort of been alluding to her over these times. But the word toxic, I really feel like takes it over the toxic.
Yeah.
Top.
And if you watched Very Cavallari, which of course I did, you saw that they really did not like they definitely bickered. But also I think him doing that show was like a big favor to her because he ended up being like the breakout star because he was kind of funny, but also incredibly rude to the employees, which was like fun for season, but I don't think that show probably helped either.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad she's sort of talking about it more because I really do wonder about it sometimes.
I need a new book from her.
I could use a new book.
Balancing in Heels didn't do it for me. I need Jay Cutler exposed.
Yeah, I do like her heels though.
How did I just pull out her memoir titles out of nowhere? That lives rent free. Apparently, I had no idea.
That really is.
The book came out like a decade ago. Whatever.
Well, we hope that I would like another book from there. But then when there's kids involved, you don't want to talk crap about their dad.
No, but I do.
But give us a little something. We'll erase it from Google Cash after, Kristin.
Yeah, seriously. The kids don't read.
The kids don't read. Well, my woe of the week goes to Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato recently changed her pronouns from they, them to also include she, her, but mainly Demi Lovato is just taking the cake as the celebrity that I dislike the most. Really, most of the time is what she is known to me. But she is speaking out about her romance with Valderrama. This was around the sort of mid-aughts, the sort of Britney breakdown, Lindsay Lohan, Paris, the golden age, if you ask me, of Hollywood.
Well, no, they dated from like 2010 to 2016.
Okay, so a little
later,
bit after. But it was still in a sort of time when 17-year-olds could date guys who are almost 30. And we didn't think it was as bad as we hopefully do now.
Well, also, I mean, he
got around.
And really lots of bad reports.
Mandy Moore, she was young.
Yeah, she was very young when they started dating. Lindsay Lohan was also very young. Oh, yeah.
Fez from that 70s show. I forgot about all this later. Well, Demi Lovato's reminding us with her new song. Give us the lyrics.
Well, here are the lyrics. And they're
And it's called 29, which was the age that Wilmer was when she was 17 and they started dating.
Yes. Fibre on the Vine?
I think it's just Fiber.
Fiber? Okay, I thought it was like a young grape.
Oh, maybe.
That she was going for. You'll see the next lyric. Well, whatever. Okay. I'm not a scientist. Okay. Fibre on the vine, too young to drink wine. Just 5 years of bleeders, student and teachers. Far from consent and a teacher, far from innocent. What the consent? Numbers told you not to, but that didn't stop you.
I mean, them fighting words.
Not veiled at all.
No. I think it's fiber on the vine, like before the fiber is harvested and made into something meaningful, you know?
I mean,
that's wow.
6 years after they split, and we know Demi loves a little self-discovery.
Yeah.
So maybe the latest revelation is this relationship wasn't necessarily great, and maybe the dynamic was a little messed up here between them. But as Demi will, she'll give us a documentary about it, I'm sure.
And I'm sure she'll be lying.
I'm sure,
and all the other
and she'll tell us in the next one she was lying in the last one, but that's why we keep her around.
I mean, after the year 1640, just a 17-year-old and a 29-year-old probably shouldn't be dating.
No, and the chorus goes into also like 20, I'm finally 29, so I get it now. So again, when you're 17 and this like older boy likes you in the moment you think it's great, and she was going through all those struggles and he was like there for her, but looking back, like, now he's 42, he has a kid with his fiance, and she's probably like, what the F? Like, why did no one stop this?
Why did nobody stop it? Where were her handlers? Like, oy vey.
I know. It's dark. It's dark.
Dark.
I, usually hate everything that Demi does. Recently, ever since Camp Rock 1, not Camp Rock 2. But this is well written, and I'm glad she's sort of calling out inappropriate relationships. But she's got a long way to go.
Never a great look for that 70s show cast too, with the Danny Masterson of it all. And I were thinking about this again, like that's kind of a problematic group, and they're, coming back with a spinoff. So interesting. That 90s show, good timing, Demi.
Neil and Ashton, they survived in a great way.
And she was 14 when they started dating as well.
On the show.
She lied about her age to get on the show.
I know.
Well, they actually started dating. They waited an appropriate amount of time.
I think that was just their characters were dating. But again, a lot 2022 lens really just wakes things up.
No, it's true. And Laura Prepon, not really.
Well, she quit Scientology at least.
Oh, she did?
She quit. Danny Masterson is still involved.
She did. And I love her husband, Ben Foster. We forgive him.
I think he got her out.
I do too.
He's hot AF.
Yes, I think he's such a good actor.
Totally.
Well, this is on That 70s Show podcast. Well, let us move on into some of the news this week. Let's talk about Brad Pitt, because why not?
I could talk about him forever. Do you want to talk about...
Kick us off, his bullet train looks.
Yes, that he finally spoke out about why he wore a skirt to the premiere of Bullet Train. And
I didn't know he had to say why, but...
He didn't have to, but he, when everyone was like sort of head scratching, and he just said kind of like life's short. Like, let's just do the thing.
So is my headline.
Oh gosh,
What a housewives tagline for Brad Pitt.
He just looked so cute in that skirt suit and the boots and his calves. And Travis, I think that should be your fall look.
I definitely think that should. I have a couple pleated skirts from Chyna Turk, but I just had to work on the calves because it was really, really good. Mine just don't look like his, and I'm wearing Crocs. So I just need to step up and be Brad Pitt. Well, Brad Pitt is stepping up and out of Hollywood. He is moving out of Hollywood right next to Clint Eastwood on Carmel. Carmel, it's on the ocean. It's hours outside of LA.
Big Little Lies.
Carmel by the Sea, near Monterey. And yes, totally, like, I get that Big Little Lies soundtrack in my head.
Yeah, I can
the bridge, all the things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, sources tell us that his movie career is winding down a little bit. He is still going to be doing movies. It's not like he's Cameron Diazing retiring from acting at all, but he will be slowing down, taking less roles and only roles he wants to, a source tells us. A source also tells us that he is dating casually. No one's serious, but he is seeing a few people, and a few people that he is excited about, goes on the source. So because of that, we're excited for you, Brad.
You know what's so interesting about Brad Pitt, though? As I always say, I'm you know, so many things.
Yeah.
But Angelina has been in the news this week for bringing Zahara to college. She's going to Spelman College.
Yep,
there was that
yep.
video of her like kind of doing the electric slide,
Yeah,
like
cute.
almost letting her be like just like us, but still being Angelina Jolie. And Brad was asked about it on the carpet, and he was like, beautiful. And like it was like this kind of weird, like I don't like, did he know? Like whatever. And then also about Shiloh and dancing and saying like, oh, so also very beautiful was his words. And they don't talk about the kids that much, so I get it. But his quotes were like, is Brad Pitt seeing the kids?
I wonder. I mean, I feel like that's maybe part of their agreement is that he, you know, there was a lot of controversy over his relationship with one of the kids, maybe more of the kids. And you know, as we know, it's a really acrimonious divorce.
Yeah.
She is making a lot of demands. He may not be. And I just find that really, really, really sad. And also, if I can just slide this in, if you're casually dating Brad Pitt, I don't think you're on Raya, but call me.
Gwen by the Sea, looking for Brad.
Yes, I could totally see it. I could see it.
It's this divorce is now 6 years, going on 7 years.
Crazy. And I know they're fighting over the winery, but the custody is still a thing. So Brad hasn't given up. It's not like he's just like, take the kids, Angelina. But it was, if you watch those videos of him being interviewed on the Bullet Train premiere, like about the kids, it's kind of confusing on like where he stands, and maybe he just doesn't want to talk about it.
Or maybe he can't talk about it.
Maybe he can't talk about it.
That was my takeaway,
Okay.
but I find any acrimonious divorce just really, really sad because it's just like there's too much airing of negativity, and it's just too public, and there are kids involved here.
Right.
Several of them.
Imagine being one of
Several
Zahara's Spelman classmates. Like, sign me up.
Oh my God.
Totally.
I want to know everything.
Same.
Well, I mean, I hope that their divorce goes through soon. I would also, Us Weekly will do a deep dive and how much these lawyer costs could
Oh,
be.
fine.
Crazy.
I think that would be a fun figure to figure out. I mean, like 15 million, 20 million, 6 years, a high-powered lawyer could be more. I don't know. It's a lot. Speaking of a lot, let's talk about Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. Now, sources are telling us that they are doing better than ever and staying in constant contact. The source tells us that Kim and Pete are FaceTiming while he is in Australia filming Magicians with Orlando Bloom. Love Orlando Bloom's Instagram content from there coming out, which is great. But the source tells us that they are great. They are happier than ever. They're planning a trip when he gets done filming this movie, and she might even go down to see him.
She was there once, I think.
She did. She went once and came back in after just a couple of days, which says to me,
2 days.
yeah, that's a pretty far way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're traveling private, it's maybe not as big of a deal, but
She is on that top 10 list of carbon emissions.
100%.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling CO2.
Oh my God. Taylor Swift, like, get back in that suitcase, apparently, because you're getting so much shade for that list. But anyway.
Totally. And you know, there is like a CO2 deficit. Like it's going to affect the beer supplies here.
What?
Yeah, I just heard that on the news
my
this
God.
morning.
Jeez.
So let's blame Kim for that.
Yeah,
but anyway,
why not?
I think that these two are like really in love, at least for right now. Who knows if it's going to last, but it's great content.
It's August now. We're going to be in October before we know it, which will mean 1 year of Kim
wild.
and Pete. I remember when we were talking about it, I gave them, I think until March.
I thought you gave them till July.
Did I?
Yeah, I think you gave them till the summer.
Wow, that would be shocking. I
Maybe
definitely,
Gwen gave them till
maybe I feel like I did March.
I think I gave them till past Met Gala, but we are past
I
Met
gave them
Gala.
4 years.
No, you did not.
I gave them 4 years.
Okay, well.
Will they be at the VMAs? Can they give us some good content?
Probably.
Definitely Kravis will be, I'm sure.
Of course, rock and roll forever.
Rock and roll, man.
Well, we're happy for them. Glad they're going strong. And I'm also just really glad that even though he has 4 tattoos dedicated to Kim Kardashian, that he hasn't proposed yet, and there isn't an Ariana Grande thing. There could be someone designing a ring somewhere.
I hope Kim is smart enough then, and not that she doesn't have, she can get married if she wants. I know her idol is Elizabeth Taylor, but I feel like the kids are getting older now. Like maybe keep taking it slow, Kimmy.
Yeah, keep taking it slow, please.
Agree.
Well, someone who is taking it slow, but I sort of wish they wouldn't anymore, it's Will Smith. Now, Will Smith is back. He uploaded a video onto YouTube where he apologized for, guess what? It was a slap in the face at the Oscars. Yes, that's what it was. We haven't heard a lot from Will. We've heard sources close to him say that he feel bad, doing work on himself, blah, blah, blah. But he has officially apologized to Chris Rock and maybe, everybody as a whole who had to watch that. Will said, I've spent the last 3 months replaying and understanding the nuances and complexities of what happened in that moment, blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to bore you with the boast. It is just, it's fluff. It's nothing real. It doesn't even really have a direct apology to Chris where he sort of admits that he was wrong.
Right. It's more like I blacked out.
I blacked out. I hope we can work together.
I mean,
right.
Guys, is this someone who is capable of taking accountability?
I don't believe so.
Well, even Jen Shaw pled guilty.
He's a narcissist. The bottom line is there is no apology that will erase this damage. There is no apology.
Yeah. I agree. And we have a source close to Chris Rock telling us that he's really not interested in this. And he's
this
not
is my favorite part. Chris Rock is just like,
totally.
I'm going to use this for stand-up every once in a while. But also, like, I don't care about your apology. Like, you literally slapped me on national television. And, like, go away. I'm not giving you the satisfaction of, like, forgiving you publicly or privately. And I'm cool with it.
Totally.
I know. Chris Rock is really coming out on top here.
And I love Chris Rock and Lake Bell. What a fantastic couple.
What twist that was.
He in love and she's amazing.
They look really happy together.
Yes, I think it's a really cute couple.
Yeah, Chris Rock really came out. Best slap of his life.
Yeah, I've never thought about Chris Rock more in my life than in the last. I mean, like, I know he's a very talented comedian, but he's come across at my desk much more in the last 6 months.
Yeah, he was sort of like a smaller comedian, sort of in terms of the social conscious of he was on everybody's
right.
lives.
Like, I remember he was like, I don't know, he's in movies and stuff, but like after Everybody Hates Chris, like I wouldn't say he was on my like mainstream.
Right,
whatever.
right.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Yeah.
Well, we're happy for you, Chris Rock. Happy for you, Chris Rock. Will Smith, do something. It's just like, and the apology wasn't real. And I'm glad that it seems like the public backlash really isn't on his side. So hopefully he just goes on Red Table Talk.
I was going to say, if we're going to do the apology, I don't want this in an Instagram video. I want Jada grilling you at the Red Table.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Your wife hosts a forum for people who have done
if
wrong
Olivia
in
Jade
the
can do it, you can do it, Will. Get your ass to the Red Table.
Absolutely.
And that would be
if she
juicy.
can row herself to the Red Table.
Exactly. She's the cocksick.
Yeah.
She's the cocksick.
What is it called? The coxswain?
I think it's cocksick.
Coxswain? Coxswain.
I didn't pretend to go to rowing
It's a part
school.
of your body. I know.
Right in. What was it?
Totally. So, but even, listen, it would be great content for him to go on Red Table Talk.
Everyone wins.
It still wouldn't be a win because quite honestly, still not going to be enough.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Fair. But it would be a start to maybe being enough long down the road. Do better, Will. I know you said your word, but we don't see it. All right, well, our last story of the day, we're going to end on a positive note because it is about Justin Bieber. And usually I don't say positive note and Justin Bieber in the same sentence in about the last 12 years. So it's really nice. Mm-hmm. Now, Justin Bieber had Ramsay Hunt syndrome, which affected the right side of his face, paralyzed him, make it hard for his motor functions, and he had to cancel his tour dates. But as of this week, he is back on tour and performing, and a source tells us that Justin is feeling so much better. He is wildly excited about being on the road. He has gotten his life back on stage. I'm paraphrasing the source, but he's gotten his life back. He is so happy to be there, and he's going to show no signs of slowing down. And he said, the source said he loves performing more than ever after all of this. So I'm just really happy that because they said that the facial paralyzation could be for a year or 2 years, and now it's only been a few months. So it's nice to see him back on the stage.
And happy, and I imagine he is happy as performing, and also just like, when you're a performer, something like this, not that it's not devastating for any one of us, but when you're a performer and your face is your currency, just really devastating. And so I'm sure that we're just going to see a whole new Justin, and that's great.
Yeah, him and Haley posted that cute selfie with their dog this morning. That's what I got out of everything. So happy for you, Biebers.
No, totally. They're they are a very cute, very real couple.
I will say though, on the note of real, I was
Yeah.
pretty shocked and felt betrayed when I found out that What's in My Bathroom or Who's in My Bathroom, Hailey Bieber's YouTube show, is not in fact in her bathroom. It's a set.
Yeah.
They felt the need to build a set of her bathroom.
Yeah. Well,
Her
someone like
content
that.
is...
I could tell.
Yeah. She doesn't want to like let people into her life that I don't think.
I just feel like she should like not then. Like pull a Kelly Teller and like literally just be like on the side posting on TikTok.
Yeah, she just wants to sell those beauty products. She just wants to sell that
How is
road beauty.
Road?
Well, they say they sold out and they're restocking.
Yes, but this is the business model of the
Right.
drop, like a
Direct to
Kylie.
consumer.
I mean,
Right,
what
the
they're
Kylie
doing
of
is
it all.
we don't know how many pieces they produce, so
50.
they're manipulating all that. And like I've tried it, guys. Like it's lovely product.
Oh.
Is it the be all end all? That donut glazing fluid. I would love for some teenager with not such great skin to try that. Like, I don't think it's not advised, which is why people probably won't repeat buy it. But there's a lot of curiosity, especially when you release a number of products and people can't get their hands on it. Then you stoke the desire. And then when there's more supply, the demand is there and you're going to sell a lot of products. But the whole thing, that whole show with,
Who's
it
in My
was all
Bathroom?
about building her up as a beauty expert. And like, listen, she's gorgeous. So she's money to
true.
start a line. So God bless America. And I wish everybody well.
American dream. The inflation isn't affecting the Biebers.
It sure is not.
Exactly.
And I think that's a very salient point, Gwen, that if you have acne-prone skin, please don't use the donut glaze.
Don't try that at home.
Don't try that at home. It's not going to be a good look. It's like slugging, like with Vaseline. It's going to clog up your pores. This is something I think we should bring.
This is a
attention
PSA.
Facts.
This is a PSA.
This is
Thank you.
Get Trust With Us. Is that still the podcast name?
No, Glam
sorry.
Squad Confidential.
Sorry, you just got it wrong.
Do you think that we should have an episode on Glam Squad Confidential that addresses
favorite
slugging?
podcast.
I do.
That's a good idea.
I need to listen.
Yeah,
I don't
we'll
know
do
what
that. We'll do.
is.
You know what we'll do, guys? In the
What is
fall, we will have a celebrity facialist on
Great.
and a dermatologist to talk about like the myth or magic of the latest TikTok trends for skin. I think that's a great idea.
Yes, me too.
I'll be
Thanks,
tuning in.
guys.
Tune into Glam Squad Confidential.
My favorite podcast.
Oh my God, we have the best episode that's coming up next week. You guys know, seriously.
Okay, I believe you.
You will love it. We had on a high-end matchmaker, a celebrity relationship
did
expert.
Oh,
She was
God bless her.
exactly.
Yeah.
But she just opened our eyes to like the real reason why J-Lo and Ben rekindled and got married now.
Okay.
Why she believes she took his name.
Okay.
And then also just amazing tidbits about all of these notable new relationships in
Okay.
Hollywood.
All
Pete
the
and
Kardashians.
Kim, Kravis, of course, like Chloe. It's hilarious. So guys, definitely listen to Glam Squad Confidential next
Well,
episode.
while we're here, this season of The Bachelorette has been quite fun to recap on the Here for the Right Reasons podcast.
Here for the
so
Right Reasons
check it out,
is-
everyone.
I do have to say that I love Hot Hollywood, but Here for the Right Reasons is my second favorite podcast.
Oh, wow.
Nice,
Wow.
nice.
True,
Thank you,
true,
everyone.
true, guys,
Very
true.
fun.
Tune in, Bachelor Nation.
Great. Well, tune into this podcast next week as well.
If you have time.
If you have time with all the other podcasts from my amazing co-hosts. Thank you to Gwen, Style Code Confidential. Glam Squad Confidential.
Glam Squad
I'm
Confidential.
on it too. Glam Squad Confidential.
Travis is my lovely co-host.
Hey, and Sarah here on Baby Woman, here for the right reasons. She sure is. Deputy Baby Woman to you. And of course, we'll be back next week with an all-new Hot Hollywood. So keep tuned because celebrities, you know what they are, guys?
What are they? Are they stars or are they celebrities?
They're
They're
stars.
just like us.
Just like us.
Thank you guys for listening.